experiences with you is certainly my privilege and my honor. And if you're able to take one small thing away from what my experiences have been and use that in some way to further your accomplishments, then I would have achieved my goal for today. When I came to the LEND program, like most of you, I was finishing up my graduate training. And like they say, the world is your oyster and you are what you make of it. So being in the LEND training program offered me an opportunity to recognize so much within myself, not just as a professional and as a psychologist, but as a person, as a mother, and as a parent of a child with a disability. And it empowered me to be able to use those lessons learned and to use my professional and personal experiences to be able to influence the lives of others and the programs and services here at WIHD. I went from being a postdoctoral fellow, and currently I'm the Assistant Director of Child Welfare Services here, along with other responsibilities, including managing a federally funded program evaluation project and being a fellow on our National Organization's Diversity and Inclusion Blueprint team. My growth in my position and my responsibilities here, however, were not in isolation. A big driving force behind that is being surrounded by strong, incredible professionals, mostly women, who mentored and nurtured me. And now I have the privilege to call many of them my colleagues and my coworkers. I mean, I just followed Dr. Bacon, need I say more? You've all had the benefit this year to do this fellowship under myself and the other faculty here, led fearlessly by Dr. Edwards. And so I encourage you to continue to surround yourself with others who are as great as you would want to be. For me, being surrounded by such caring, supportive, professional women made a lasting impact. I can still remember thinking, they're who I want to be when I grow up. And when Karen asked me to do the speech this year, I thought, I guess I've finally grown up. So thank you, Karen, for that acknowledgement, and particularly because my first reaction was hesitation, and then it was like, why not? And then it was like, heck yeah, why not? So you may not always challenge yourselves to step outside of your comfort zone, but be open to accepting the challenge when it is presented to you. I've realized that sometimes we are hardest on ourselves, and to the LEND graduates sitting here, some of you are in your second careers, and all of you have big dreams and big goals for the future. And while you continue to aim high, remember to stop and reflect on those things that you have accomplished. Take ownership of them and enjoy your successes. Allow others to say to you that you are wonderful, you are great, you are terrific. Look at what you've accomplished. So one of my messages here to you today is to own your achievements, recognize your successes, and allow yourself to enjoy them, no matter how big or how small, because every single one of them counts. As my 11-year-old son reminded me recently, greatness begins with one step and is accomplished by many small steps along the way. He recently wrote a haiku poem for his ELA class, and I got his permission to use it today under one condition, that I give him a shout out. So here's Greatness by Josiah Castillo. We all come out big and grand, but you started small and David also. At 11, he seemed to have already figured out what may take some a lifetime to learn. And so while we celebrate each of those big and small accomplishments, remember not to wallow in any of the failures. Sometimes it's so easy to think what could have been, what should have been, if only. And there will be those moments, but let them be just that, little moments. And recognize that what's important is to learn from those missteps and make yourself better for it. Remember, no one or nothing is perfect, and there is nothing wrong with failure. Failure implies there was an attempt, and all you need to do is try, sometimes try again and maybe again until success is achieved. And even if it's not, remember it's the attempt sometimes more so than the failure that is important. So turn each of those lessons, no matter how great or small, into opportunities to learn from. During this past year, I've had the opportunity to meet and interact with all of you, and I've worked closely with some of you. It has been an immense opportunity, and it continues to be my pleasure every year to be a part of the fellows training and experiences here. It's always a reminder that my professional development did not end with my lender training, but I continue to grow each year through my work with the fellows and the faculty. Since my 13 years here, the lender program has grown tremendously under the great mentorship of the staff, the faculty, and the administration. But our biggest accomplishment is to see you succeed and surpass us in making an impact on the lives of those most vulnerable, and to become leaders who don't just lead, but inspire others to do their best. So I end by just saying congratulations to all that congratulations to you and all that you've accomplished, and good luck in what's to come. Thank you.